In the Weekdays of Bernie segment tonight, speaking in Florida today, Donald Trump repudiated the latest personal attacks against him.
Now we address the slander and libels that was just last night thrown at me by the Clinton machine and the New York Times and other media outlets as part of a concerted, coordinated, and vicious attack. It's not coincidence that these attacks come at the exact same moment and all together at the same time as WikiLeaks releases documents exposing the massive international corruption of the Clinton machine.
Joining us now from North Carolina, Bernie Goldberg. So what did you think of Mr. Trump's statement?
What did I think? Not much. Not much. It sounded like more of Donald's righteous indignation. He doesn't deserve the benefit of the doubt. There have been too many accusations from too many women in too many different places. There was Donald on the hot mic that was released last week. There's a tape which, you know, you might want to think about running from the Howard Stern show where Howard's sidekick says, "Donald, you're a sexual predator." He smiles, chuckles a little bit, and says, "Yeah, I am."
But wait.
Well,
That's a comedy show. I mean, look.
Well,
everybody who knows.
If you're going to say you're a sexual predator on a comedy show, that's on you.
All right.
Look, I disagree. I don't know if these.
Let me have my say, and then you can say. Donald Trump's an entertainer. Okay, he goes on shows like Howard Stern's to get people to watch his program, The Apprentice, or buy his books or whatever. When he goes in there, he back then when it happened was basically trying to entertain, all right? So he had no public policy on his mind, none of that, all right? He's an entertainer. And then the stuff that he says, you know, and you know how raunchy the Stern show can get, all right? But it's a comedy, satirical show, is then used in a serious manner against him. Don't you think that's a little much? I'm not diminishing. And because I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm not diminishing anything, any claims or anything. But I think it's a bit much at this point.
What I'm saying, Bill, is he brings it on himself.
But he was an entertainer.
Well, then stay in entertainment. He's in the wrong line of work.
All right, now we're getting somewhere. So if a person's an entertainer, all right, like Ronald Reagan was an entertainer. And when Ronald Reagan was in Hollywood, if you read Killing Reagan, the book, okay, did some things that weren't that great, Ronald Reagan. So you're telling me that he should have been disqualified for...
No, I'm not. Because Donald Trump, as you have said, is different from anybody who has ever run. You want to forget about the Howard Stern thing? Let's forget about it. Let's just take all the other stuff. Listen, I wasn't in the room when Paula Jones made the accusation that Bill Clinton exposed himself and made a lewd suggestion. I wasn't there. I don't know if she's telling the truth, but I believe her. I wasn't in the White House when Bill Clinton, according to Kathleen Willey, groped her. I wasn't in the White House that day, but I believe her. I sure as hell wasn't in the hotel room in Little Rock, Arkansas, when then Attorney General Bill Clinton allegedly raped Juanita Broaddrick. But you know what? I believe her, too. And you know why? Because Bill Clinton has a bad reputation. If I were an editor of a paper and somebody came to me and said, I got a story that Tom Hanks is fondling women against their will, I'd say, I'm not running that garbage. I don't believe it.
But
I believe it when women come. But I
right.
believe it when women come through and say Donald Trump did it.
Shouldn't the standard, though, and we have to, this is the last question, shouldn't the standard of reportage be clear evidence, not... No. See, to me it is.
No,
to me it is. You got to have some clear evidence before I'm going to put you on.
This is the conservative hypocrisy. Where's the clear evidence that Bill Clinton raped Juanita Broaddrick?
I didn't put Ms. Broaddrick on the air, or the others that you mentioned. They never appeared on his program.
But I and everybody watching your show, or virtually everybody, believes that these women were telling the truth. I certainly believe it.
It's a matter
and we
of
believe it because we know Bill Clinton.
All right.
And I
it's
think,
a matter
and
of
I
what
think
the
we
context
know
is.
Donald Trump.
I don't think that's fair at this point. I think you have to have evidence.
You're not going to have evidence. How are you going to have evidence of what went on in a room with nobody but Donald Trump and the woman? How are you going to have evidence?
Real quick, and I got to go. If the woman on the airplane was indeed sexually assaulted, but not only Donald Trump or any other man or anybody on this earth, all she had to do was tell the flight attendants, and that person would have been arrested. Okay? Donald Trump wasn't famous back then. All right? It was just a regular guy, and nothing happened. So that,
it's not unusual.
As an editor,
women...
I pull back and I say, you know what? It's not enough. All right, it's good discussion. I mean, we disagree, but it's a good discussion.